got our palette knives, so we can start painting. Clayton, will you start grabbing some jars? We need at least 4 jars and fill them up with water. And Lydia, can you hand out one piece of palette paper to everyone, please?
It's not working.
You'll get it. Keep working tonight. Oh, also, I spent a lot of time at Michael's past week while you were gone. I got some new brushes. Some of the brushes that were in our jar, they weren't usable anymore. So I got us some new ones and I threw away all the old ones. So we should all have some really nice brushes to work with. But some of them seem a little stiff on top, it's just because they're brand new. So you can just use your fingers and open up the bristles and work with it. I'll go do that with you in one moment. First you grab a brush and we'll get some water. You're going to set up your palette first, but not yet. Thank you. Palette knives. Andrew, will you pass out the palette knives? You can just put that down. Andy, are you done with your grid? Can I have it? Stand it in so that, just so that we can keep everything together. Thank you. And, yeah. So I've got the older roll of paper towels, and there's a new roll of paper towels that Mr. Mike was nice enough to give to us. I'll give you guys some tape so you can tape down your palette paper. Do not use the painter's tape to tape down your palette paper. Only use the masking tape for that. Also, one thing I don't know if I mentioned last time, you might want to tape down your Bristol board so that it won't move around, but that's your choice. Alright, so Lydia, why don't you take yourself some tape, and then we'll briefly go over again our color study from the first time. Go grab.
Are we gonna label?
Yes, once everything's dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll label.
This is the number.
Yes, Rachel.
Is this the
Is it 10 inches by 10 inches?
Yeah.
Let's see. Looks better here. Well, this line's a little bit crooked, but I think it'll be okay. The only thing is when you measure out your 2 inch by 2 inch square, this one's only going to be 1.5 inches. Is it okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can start measuring your grip.
How? So like
2 inches at every 2 inches. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. You're going to put a little dot, and you're going to do that here, here, maybe up here, and then you're going to draw your 2 inch columns. Nope, and then you're going to turn it the other way, and you're going to do that again, so you have a 2 inch by 2 inch grid. Okay? All right. So really quickly, let's go over the color terms that we talked about last time. What does it mean to have an analogous color scheme? What is analogous colors? Lydia? What are analogous?
3 colors that are in a row.
In a row on what?
On a color wheel.
Yes. 3 colors that live next to each other on the color wheel. Julia, will you hold the color wheel up? Here. Take your grid. The color wheel is right over there. So Julia, show everyone 3 analogous colors.
Red, orange, and orange.
Good. Red, orange, orange. Those are 3 colors. So are there more than 3 analogous colors? Yes. Yes, there definitely are. So for an example, on this student example, we have green, green, blue, and blue. Or looks more like orange, and yellow. And violet, red, and red. So that's just examples of analogous colors. And then we have triadic colors. What are triadic colors? Someone besides Lydia. Andrew?
Triadic colors are 3 colors that are in triangle.
On the?
Color wheel.
On the color wheel. So Andrew, can you stand up and show us 3 colors on the color wheel that are in a triangle? names, please.
There. It's green, violet, and orange.
Awesome. Green, violet, and orange, because if you drew a triangle on the color wheel, that's where those 3 points of the triangle would hit. Awesome. So examples of triadic colors would be our 3 primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. Like Andrew just said, orange, green, and violet. And then we have maybe our secondary or our tertiary colors that we can refer to. And then split complementary. What are split complementary colors, Alex?
It's one color and then directly across and two next to the color directly across.
Awesome. Alex, can you stand up and show us on the color wheel an example of split complementary colors?
Okay. There's violet and then yellow, orange, and yellow green.
Good. So the complementary color of violet is yellow, but we go to the opposite side of that yellow, and that's how we find the yellow green and the yellow orange. So for each different area, so I believe on top we started with the triadic colors, so you should have 3 sets of triadic colors. And then in the center, that was split complementary, or was that analogous? What did we decide to do?
Analogous. We did split complementary as the third.
Okay, so your second row should have your analogous colors, and that's your 3 colors next to each other on the color wheel. And then your last row should be your split complementary colors.
I didn't want to just do 3 sets of each, so I have like all 5 of the colors, but they're
That's okay. Why don't you do one of the analogous?
primary, secondary. This is
Are you sure that might not be split complementary?
yeah, I think this is
So you might have 3 split complementaries. I would do one analogous, and then the rest can be the triadic colors. And then your last one you can choose. The bottom row, Andrew is ready to go to the bottom row. This is your monochromatic scale. So it's the one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about last week, monochromatic scale. Do you guys have maybe an idea, an inkling perhaps of what monochromatic scale could be? I don't know, maybe there's an example floating in the air. Julia, what do you think it is?
It's kind of like for your example, purple. It's from deepest to lightest.
Okay, good. So does anybody remember what we call that? Not just getting lighter. Tinting, awesome. When we add color, when we add white to color, that's tinting it. So in this example here, they used watercolors, so they just used a more watered down version of their color, but you guys get to use white. So that will be the first time that you really get to use the whites and make it from lightest to darkest. So judging on what we learned last time, how should you paint? Should you add white to your dark color, or should you add your dark color to your white? What should you do, Andrew?
Add your dark color, no, add your white to your dark color, because then I can
Well, Alex, what do you think?
I think it's dark color to the light.
And why?
Because if you have a dark color, then you're going to need a lot of white or a lighter color to make it lighter. But if you have a lighter color, you just put a little bit of darker color. That's all you really need.
Absolutely. So the white, whenever you add, has anybody ever like worn a white t-shirt and it accidentally got thrown into the wash with all the blues or all the reds?
Yeah.
What happened to that white t-shirt?
Color got mixed in with it, and then it turned blue.
Yeah, color gets mixed in with your whites, and then all of a sudden your whites pick up the color. But has anybody ever lost color on their shirt because their shirt was just next to some whites? Did the white take the color away and give the color white? Does that ever happen? That doesn't happen, no. But when we have something that's as pure as whites, and we just add a teeny tiny bit of color to it, it's going to change the whole color. So when you're doing the monochromatic scale, Andrew, you're going to start off with white, and maybe whatever color it is you choose, any color, and you're just going to dip your palette knife, just dip it in to that color, just touch it, and then mix it in with your white. Once you get your color laid down, then you're going to add a tiny bit more color to that white, and then paint it down. and then a little bit more color, and eventually you'll have a darker color. All right. So as long as does everybody have everything? Do you need anything else? Alex, what do you need?
I don't have my color scheme.
Is this it over here?
No.
Is this it up here? Yeah. All right. So if you're ready to go, do you think that I'm gonna want you to mix colors for these? Yes, I do. I would like you to stick to the primary colors. So please just stick to the red, the blue, and the yellow, and to the white for now. But when we get to our big grid, that's when you guys will get to dive into these. Okay, so you can start by grabbing some color.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For you. So, I'm trying to figure out what is this. If we're looking at the right here, I can't figure out what it is. I think it's red, orange, green. I don't know.
Well, it looks like you made green,
Yes.
and it looks like you made orange, and perhaps yellow orange, or yellow. I think that sounds like an analogous. Yeah, so it sounds like analogous colors because they're next to each other. So you've got triadic colors here, and I believe that's a triadic color. This would be probably split complementary, and this is probably analogous.
Okay.
So you're just going to need to label yours individually, which is totally fine. Yes.
How can I do it for now?
Just finish your lines across. Well, that's fine. You can put it on the pile over there. You can grab your, or you did. You can just put it on the pile on my table.
I finish it later.
Yes, you do need to finish it though. It's a big tube of white. Help yourself.
What are we supposed to do on this? Wait, I didn't get this bottom one done.
So tape down your palette paper. Remember guys, make sure you're taping it so that the shiny side is facing up because the shiny side is what you want to mix on. If you tape down your shiny side and you mix on your matted side, then the paper is going to start to come up with it. Now when you're using your palette knife and you're laying down your paint and you're trying to mix your paint, has anyone ever iced a cake before?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like icing a cake. It's funny, it's like putting the icing on the cake. It's about time that we can do it. So you're going to literally, it's just like you're icing cake. So mix it with the flat part of the palette knife so that you can mix in those pigments together and then scrape up that paint and then lay it flat back down again.
For this bottom part, so you do the darkest color and you just keep getting lighter and lighter, right?
Start with the lighter color.
Oh, lighter
darker,
color.
darker.
You start later down here.
Whichever side you choose.
Okay.
That's fine. So all you're going to do is just dip your palette knife in to the blue.